Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. What's up? Hello, hello, hello. I'm streaming on my new night on my Saturday. I changed up my schedule. Sorry I didn't stream much this week. This week was chaotic, to say the least. What's up, Sharon? How you doing? Did you give me a follow? I appreciate that. Yeah, sorry to get to stream this week. I was just too busy. I was working really, really late, and when I got done working, I was tired. I didn't really feel like talking. Just kind of... Love your new office to write your story? That's awesome. Oh, you got one of those... Oh, I saw you, you messaged me about that. That's cool. It's nice to have your own little spot, right? I like having my own little spot. It's just for me. It's fun. I'm gonna do something different tonight, because I was strolling through Audible, looking at a lot of my books. Oh, you got a big proofing job. Oh, anything you can talk about? Anything you can promote? Is it for Podium? Is it for one of the big publishers? Or have you signed the all-important NDA? Right now, I am working on Wolfshund by Laurel Knight for Tantor Audio. Tantor Media, Incorporated, a division of Recorded Books. It's a story of a parallel... Oh, that's cool. So, nonfiction. Those are fun. I like doing nonfiction, especially when it's a category or a subject or a topic. A topic that I really enjoy. I love nonfictions about musicians, rock and rollers. And a blind mountain climber. Wow. Wow. That's pretty cool, man. Dangerous. Exhilarating. I don't know, if you're climbing up a mountain, your biggest fear is heights, and one of the biggest heightening of your fear would be looking down, so not being able to look down and see anything. That could be pretty cool. Might make it a little easier. But not being able to see your route or where you can go. I'm sure he's got he probably has like a lead climber in front of him that's kind of helping him, kind of directing him. Kind of neat. One of my favorite voice talents is Pete Gustin. He is a blind surfer. He has a YouTube channel and an Instagram channel. I highly recommend checking him out. He's pretty cool. But he's a blind surfer. And an amazing VO talent. Very, very successful VO talent. And he's legally blind. Date night at the laundromat. Yeah, as a guide, yeah. I was going to say. Climbing a mountain would be nigh impossible. Unless he had already memorized it while he was sighted. I guess, man. I don't know. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. When you get a chance, send me a message about it. I might check it out. I'm going to have some time this summer. I'm going to do some longish bike rides. Change my workout schedule. So I'm going to do some 20 and 30 and 40 mile bike rides. Maybe I might do a crit, which is 100 miles. I might do one of those. This is my carpal tunnel exercise.
Hello, my name is Aaron, and I'm exercising my hands so I don't get carpal tunnel syndrome.
Your current story begins with a bike ride. What kind of bike? I have all kinds of bikes. I have lots of bikes. I have a road bike. I have a mountain bike. Wow, that's right in my face. The dangers of exercise have been proven. Who else is in here? Drop in the chat if you want. I'm going to be, like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm just going to get right into it. But I will be, partaking in my chat as always. But tonight I want to do something different because I was strolling around on Audible and I found a whole bunch of one-star reviews. It's just one of my... I like to read one-star reviews because sometimes they're just awful. And I found one today earlier while I was going through, just checking out different types of books, different types of I'm really into sci-fi right now and fantasy, and so I was just looking up some stuff. I was clicking through these 1-star reviews and I found one, and the title of it was just so great, and I was gonna read it for you, but you know, I'm gonna do what I do. I try and make everything that I do kind of always lead back to some type of practice or some type of, I don't know, fun for me. I really enjoy coming up with new voices and using my voice and just voicing stuff. So I wanted to read some of these 1-star reviews and some of my weird character voices, because I think it's very deserving. Because some of these are so just deserve to be trolled and just bashed, because they're so unapologetically mean and evil. This one isn't too evil or mean or anything. It's just, I just thought it was funny. The title of it got me. I was like, whoa. And it was written by a person named Tim McGow Jr. And you can find these yourselves and look at them. Hey, what's up, Dakota? A little birdie told you, yeah, I am going to Chicago. I'm doing a lot. I have a lot of conventions booked. I have Indies Invade Philly in November. Then I've got Book Bonanza in Texas. And whenever Love in Vegas picks back up, which will probably be next year, hopefully. That's one of my favorites. What's the name of the Chicago one? I can't remember. Oh, Jennifer, hi. Well, thank you. Don't feel compelled to always give a 5-star review. You be honest. You know, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Sometimes books just aren't for everybody, and I get that. I usually give very, very good reviews, because I usually read a book and I can find a reason to love just pretty much anything, unless it's like horrendous, and I've never listened or read a horrendously bad book. Well, I take that back. In my early days of auditioning on ACX, I found some bad books. I found some really bad books. What's up, Cookie? Oh, you're one of the organizers. What's the name of the Chicago thing? Allure. Okay, there it is, right there. Duh. Hello, my name is Aaron. Sometimes I don't read. 27 currently. Huh. 27 characters, all voiced by different narrators, right, Karen? What's up, Cookie? How you doing? You'll be at Book Bonanza also? Cool. There's another one, too, that I'm missing. I'm going to try and go to Dragon Con, which is in September. I'm going to try to go to... it's either going to be Gen Con or Dragon Con, because they're about the same, within a month of each other. And I'm wondering if I want to go to Dragon Con and celebrate media, or go over to Gen Con and celebrate games. Board games, that kind of stuff. Board games and tabletop games and non-computer style games. But Dragon Con, Podium Audio is going to be at Dragon Con this year with... oh my god, my brain just blanked. I got this name Felicity in my head, and that's not her name. Oh my goodness. Why did my mind just blank? I was just watching her Twitch stream yesterday. It was funny. She was playing Fortnite. Felicia Day. God. They're going to be there with Felicia Day because Podium produced her audiobook. Dragon Con is in Atlanta. Which I'm a little disappointed about, but, you know. Nope, Love in Vegas is in Vegas. I know that one. That one is in October. Oh, Shameless. I'll be doing Shameless, too, which is in Orlando. Usually a week before Love in Vegas. Yeah, let's do this, man. Wait, hang on. I was gonna do like I had a big pitch for each book. Well, I only have the first book all kind of set up and ready to go, and then I was gonna kind of go through and find my books. What's up, Susie? Hi. I want to have some fun with this though, and I want to practice on with some of my voices. I have this one voice, and it's the voice of one of my dogs, Seamus, and I've changed it and modified it over the years, and it's very Muppety at this point. And then I was watching that show Superstore, and the main character, Mark, one of the main characters, he plays the store manager, who was played by Mark McKinney. Mark McKinney from... I know him from Kids in the Hall, and I didn't recognize him because he looks a little bit different. but he played the chicken lady in Kids in the Hall, which is hilarious. But he created a voice for that character that is so similar, and I'm so disappointed because he's way more famous than me, and he made almost the same voice that I came up with for my dog. Oh, it's going to be hysterical. We're going to have fun with this. I'm going to have fun with this. Hopefully you guys too. Oh, Dakota, yeah, we should definitely get drinks. I'll be there because it's close. I live in Tampa, and that's over in Orlando, so and I love going to Orlando. I love going to Universal Studios, so I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there a whole bunch that month too. September and October this year, I'm getting multi-passes to Halloween Horror Nights. I've got several nights available to me for through two of the resorts. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time in Orlando, as much time as I can, while still working. Yeah, we should definitely get drinks. Let's make a date. I take my wife to the one in Orlando too, which she's going to be coming with me because her job now, she's able to take some time off and do stuff with me. So I might be dragging her around to a bunch of the stuff. Baby Shark, hell with your toddler. I'm sorry, Melissa. Definitely come back and check it out. Oh, which means when you get here, does the humidity just smack you in the face when you get out of the airport? I'm sorry about that. Yeah, takes some getting used to. Florida is rough. All right, so our first 1-star review tonight is for a book called Awaken Online, Catharsis, written by Travis Bagwell, narrated by David Stiefel? I'm not sure. This was released in 2016, so it's actually been around, but it has 10,266 ratings. So, I mean, this book is popular, and it's 10,266 ratings with an average of 4.7. So, I think the majority of people that listen to this book loved it. Yet there is one person named Tim McGow Jr. who says it's awful. So let's read this. This is what I think Tim sounds like. Unless you are an angsty 12-year-old who can literally not imagine anyone else as an actual person, stay away. This book is tragically bad. It's a self-absorbed teenager who's constantly whining about the laughably cartoonist world he lives in. They call him welfare because his environmentalist lawyer parents got him a scholarship. He ain't even poor. He goes on to live in his aunt's spare room and laments to himself how it only has a bed. The humanity, oh, a room and bed, how very Spartan. Moving into the game world, he has constantly overpowered abilities granted to him and keeps acting like he's overcoming some challenge, and his tactics are the only thing getting him by. Okay, buddy. Never mind that you constantly one-shot things way over your level, and you can command a huge army of soldiers stronger than regular PCs. Also, why TF are all the player characters so underwhelming? They mention that some of the strength comes from emotion. Okay, cool. Everyone but you is a cardboard cutout. All right. Jason is the most bland, uninspired character of them all. I was constantly rooting for his rival. They also introduced the cliché love interest who can do nothing but simp for our dear, great, poor, wounded main character. Christ, please, someone message me and tell me what this book has to offer. Bad, bland characters, predictable plot, unrealistic world, boring story of self-indulgence. Nothing about this is good? Question marks? I'm not sure about that. I'm just confused at the rating. I mean, overall, lack of punctuation, a lot of commas missing there, some question marks. Should have been more of a statement than a question. I'm going to go ahead and give this guy probably like a 3.5 to a 4-star review of his 1-star review. Overall, I mean, he was pretty negative. He didn't really have anything positive to say about the story. The funniest part to me is the next review right underneath that is the title is one of the best lit RPG series available. So how can you be so polar opposite? And that was given by JKT123. One-star reviews make you laugh. Sometimes they're helpful, but usually they sound like they're coming from a really bored and miserable. I know, right? What I like to do is when I read a really good one-star review, I usually click on the person's name because it has a link to all their other reviews. And usually you can just find the most negative people on planet Earth this way. And I love doing it. Tim's, it was okay. He had a lot of other negative reviews, but he did have some positives too. Let's check out Tim's. He has 6 total reviews. That one was awful. His other review, which I found really, really, really funny, was /boomer humor. Man, this book reeks of you damn millennials. It came off as supremely smug, close-minded to a point of boredom for me. Again, you know, lack of commas and all that kind of stuff. But he said the performance was 5 stars. The story was 2 stars. I can click on that title and check and see. Let's see, what else did he have in here? Story was 1 star. I gave this book a chance due to the good reviews, but it's about what you'd expect from the title. Title matches content. The title is The Blue Mage Raised by Dragons by Verlice. Narrated by Mayor Trevathan. I'm bad with name pronunciations. Bye, Sharon. I'll see you. Thanks for popping in. The people that write 1-star reviews are the same people who would kill themselves if anyone barely criticized them for their job. I know, right? It all goes hand in hand, right? They put out into the world exactly what they fear coming back on them. Let's see. He gives decent performance reviews, which is, I mean, that's nice. I appreciate that. Kind of separates the story from the performance of it. His other reviews are about what you'd expect, but less. Great, frustrating ending. Okay, there's a positive. He does have 1 positive review, so he's not like a complete doom and gloomer, but, you know, /boomer humor. Oh my goodness, okay. Okay, let's go back. Let's find another one. Got another title here. What else do we got? Dungeon Lore. Oh, here we go. Sufficiently Advanced Magic. Arcane Ascension Book 1 has... Wow, that's got a lot of reviews. 27,997 ratings with an average of 4.6. Published by Podium Audio. Written by Andrew Rowe. Narrated by Nick Podell. Nick Podell he's one of the kings of lit RPG narration. He's one of the guys that I look up to and that I use for inspiration for my own lit RPG work. Bye, Karen. Have fun. Enjoy your date night. Like in romance, too much sex and it's a kissing scene. Like, you need some love and vibes, people. What's up, Tier? Oh, it's really early for you. What is it, like 5 a.m. there? What time is it here? 6:30. Oh, so it's like 6:30 a.m. your time, about. So, with Nick Podell narrating this book, I can almost guarantee you that this book is fantastic. But let's check out these ratings. There's a 1-star story review, but no 1-star. Okay, that's actually not too bad. No. I'm going to read this because he has a comment that I find unnecessary. All right, here we go. This is by P. This review was given on January 13th, my wife's birthday, 2020. Levels doesn't matter. So, the levels of the power doesn't really matter, as you can see even a first-year student can hold off experienced higher-level opponents with some prepping. Let's just make up stuff while we go, shall we? And the LGBT bit was dropped in like a bomb without preamble. It has got a good world setup, but all gone to waste. Bit of an asshole. Yes. P for piece of shit. Okay, well, he gave Nick a 5-star rating for performance, which I have to agree with. I think I have maybe 30 or 40 Nick Podell titles, and I think I've always given him a 5-star rating, I think, because he's brilliant. He's really good at what he does, especially in this genre. He gave the story a 1-star, which I highly doubt. Podium would not have purchased a 1-star book. Not purchased, but, you know, brought into their fold, because Podium is a brilliant company. I do a lot of work for Podium. Oh my goodness. There's another one on here that I want to read, but we're going to get to... I want to go through P's library, and by the way, his His review, I'm going to give his review probably like a 2.5 to 3 star. 2.5. Yeah, I think 2.5. Anytime you need to call out and the LGBT bit was dropped in like a bomb without a preamble, I mean, that's a little bit of... There's no reason to drop hate into a review. Let's see. He does give some good reviews. Surprisingly good for Last Day's Night, written by Graham Moore, narrated by Jonathan McLean. Really, no shit. There's a narrator out there called Jonathan McLean? Is he Die Hard? Nope, he does another 4-star performance review and a 1-star story and overall for the book Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. Or is it Gillian? I think it's Gillian. If you can find the title of it, I will do that for you right now. That'll be my next review after I get through these couple. Susie, find that and put it in chat. And I will definitely read the shit out of that for you. Let's see, this one, the title is Guys, Don't. Just don't. As an average Joe, I hope my review can help a few guys like me. Even if you loved Gone Girl, don't get this book. Just don't. I find myself tuned out at least a third of the time as the story drags on and on. The flowery language is good for the first 10 minutes. Then it puts me to sleep. The emotions it tries to stir up just doesn't work. So does your spelling. I debated multiple times, just the one multiple time, to just stop listening, but still finished it. The ending is nothing earth-shattering, and I could probably do without. Okay. Because there is so much wrong with his level of English, I think I'm going to give him a 3.5 to 3.75 star review on this one. This one was pretty damn good, and it was dropped in January 26, 2019, so pretty soon after the other one, right? Or the other one was 20, never mind, it was a year. Almost a year later, to the day. So good job, P. 3.75 stars on that 1-star review. And now, did Susie come back with that? She's gonna go search, okay. Don't die, Nagy, don't die. It's just fun, just laugh. Laugh it out. I think the worst part is, yeah, he's trying to appease to guys that are just like him, and they probably are out there. You know, I'm gonna guess they're on the sexist spectrum, misogynist, probably a little bit of homophobic, you know, happening in there. You know, great people. The kind I really want to spend time with. All right. Okay, so P was that. Now we found another one in here. Okay, here we go. Oh, this one is good, too. This review is by Midwest Male. And I'm going to read this in a hardcore romance voice. Because I think Midwest Male is a hardcore romantic fella. This review was given on March 22nd. 2019, my anniversary, 2 days before my own birthday. The title of this review is Juvenile. He gave it 3 stars for performance, but 1 star overall and 1 star for story. I assume the target audience is teens, because this book has no plot whatsoever. It's like a lame D&D RPG game brought to life. It essentially starts in a dungeon and assumes the reader gets excited by listening to how someone else chooses their adventure. Literally, that's how new characters are introduced. Random encounters. That's pretty bland. I'm going to give you 2 stars, Midwest Male, mainly because that is the exact definition of what a lit RPG book is. That's it. You are reading and listening to a genre of books and then complaining about why that genre exists, basically. So you're a bit of an asshole. And then 2 down from that, I'm gonna guess it's a gentleman, but a person named Colton gave it a 5-star review all the way down, overall performance and story, and he says, feels like an RPG. Which is the exact reason why you read lit RPG. Is because it's like a literary version of playing a cool game that you're going to play anyways. There are some other ones, but I want to find some other one. Let's pick a different book. What else do we have in here? And did Susie... Let me see if Susie... Jennifer, do I prefer the term voice actor? I prefer both. I like them both. I am a voice actor, but I'm also a narrator. It just depends. A voice actor generally means that you work in multiple forms of voice work or voice acting. So you might be a narrator, but you also might do commercial work. You might do animation. You might do other kinds of stuff. You may do podcasts. This cookbook was like a recipe. That's okay. It's okay. If it takes you all night, that's fine. I'll wait. Go about my day. I'll find it later. Okay. When you find it, you post it in there. I can go through all of Shane's. Was it a recent book or was it an older title? 'Cause I can just go through all of Shane East's stuff. You said it was Shane East, right? Making fun of his non-British accent. I love that. Now, I'm doing lit RPG, or I'm doing kind of sci-fi fantasy because I didn't want to offend anybody in the romance genre. But I can switch over to romance if you'd like to hear me do some of those, because some of those are pretty funny. But I don't want to offend... I mean, honestly, I don't really care. If you get offended by me saying funny shit, but then, I mean, that's kind of on you. I'm just trying to make people laugh and kind of having a good time on a Saturday. You know what I mean? Let me do one more. Let me find another book in here. Let me see. Andrew Rowe is quite popular. He's got several books. They're all done by Podium, and I bet you most of those are narrated by Nick Podell, because Nick Podell's awesome. Ooh, The Occultist, Saga Online. This one has a fair amount of reviews. Let's look at this one. Occultist, Saga Online #1, written by Oliver Mays, narrated by Adam Sims, part of the Saga Online series. This was produced by Audible Studios, which I do a lot of work for Audible Studios. All of my Cocky Gamer books are done through Audible. Okay, Maggie, next one. I'm going to switch over to romance. Oh, actually, there's... I'm going to do it after this book and then after one more, because I found another book that I wanted to read the reviews for anyways, because the book looks interesting. And it's by somebody named... I love the author's name. The author's name is Shirtaloon. Okay, so... Occultist Saga Online #1 has 3,873 ratings with an average score of 4.6. That is pretty baller, and it has no one-star reviews. Okay, so... Oh, no, it does. It does. Let me find... Let's find 1-star only. I love this. I love this. So I'm going to read this one because it's so funny. And I'm probably going to give it like a really high rating too, because it's so cheeky. I love it. Okay, so she gives, this is by Reader Girl. This was posted on January 28th of 2021. She gave a 4-star performance and 1-star overall, 1-star story. And she says, boys are so dull and predictable. Yep, yet another spoiled, entitled dude bro with zero respect for the woman who keeps him in food, clothes, and shelter, too lazy to get a job, and zero thanks for everything handed to him on a silver man platter. If it's all Mum's fault, you suck. Maybe it's time you get a job and move out. I fucking love that. That was so good. Dude, Reader Girl, I want to check out your other stuff. That's a... It's hard to bash that one because it was pretty well done. I'll give that one's a 4 stars. I'll give it even a step further. I'll give that one a 4.2 because I was impressed. That was funny. Russian and German. She's actually very intelligent with her reviews. Kenny Daniels. Okay, I'm gonna have to give her props. She's decent. She ragged on a narrator a little bit. That always bums me out. But you know, everyone is allowed to have their opinions. But she didn't 1-star. She's only 1-star. Oh, she did 1-star 1. Okay, let's read this one. And is this a romance? This might be a romance. Okay, this one is... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read this one. And she did 5-star across the board, a Stephen King book, so... Alright. The book is titled Whiskey Rebellion by Liliana Hart, narrated by Connie Ventris. And this had... Let me see... 542 total ratings with an average of 4.0. So pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Let's get back in here. She says... Let's see, what's her name? Book Reader Girl, right? Reader Girl. Reader Girl says... Bad narrator! Since I'm unable to return this book for a refund, I will leave a bad review to warn other readers. In all fairness, the book itself might be okay, and I may pick it up and read it myself at a later day if I find it on a bargain shelf, but due to terrible narration, I wasn't even able to finish it. I understand the story was set in the South, and ordinarily wouldn't have had a problem with a Southern accent, but this woman was putting it on thick, like she was reading Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. There was no emotion, and emphasis was slapped in all the wrong places, making me wonder if she even understood what it was she was reading. If you're interested in this story, grab the actual book. Don't bother with the audiobook. That's actually pretty good. That's a pretty good review. I'm gonna have to give her... Yeah. She's got some man issues, but I'm gonna have to give her... a pretty... that's like a 3.5, 3.75 maybe? Yeah, it's not perfect, but... she was bummed. She enjoyed the book. Even though she gave the story a 3 stars, she enjoyed the book. She bashed the narrator pretty hard. Southern accents are hard, man. You got to know when to lay it on thick. You might sometimes you got to pull back in the narrative, so you're not. It just depends on the feel of the book. It's hard to say that without actually seeing the text. So it's hard to really judge that. I'm gonna knock her down a little bit. I'm gonna give her a 3.25 stars total on that one, on that review. Okay. All right, let's get into some romance now. Where's our genres here? Not my library. You don't want to see my. You want to see my library? My library's all over the place. But let's go to audiobooks. Audiobooks are just the beginning. Oh, you know what I should do? I should read the, I need to read the, just to give the book a little promo, I'm going to read the synopsis of the book. But I'll do that nice. I'll be nice about that. I am on multi-stream, right? Yeah, okay. This is cool. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you. Okay, here's what's new in audiobooks. No. I want to get to, where's my genres? How do you search genres? I was in... Oh, you know what? It's down here. There it is. That's where I found it. Romance. Okay. Is there a specific category of romance you would like me to find some really interesting 1-star reviews? Do we want to go westerns? Do you want to go romantic comedy? I'm tempted to look into the LGBTQ+, but I don't want to like highlight anyone's just awfulness towards that category. Clean and wholesome? What kind of 1-star reviews could be in the Western? Yeah, see, Cookie, that's what I would do. If I had a problem with the narrator, there have been a couple of books where I felt the narrator wasn't... They were telling a story, but they weren't performing the material. Sometimes, sometimes people do that, though. Sometimes... It depends on who you hire for the book. Sometimes the person is just telling you the story. They're just, they're not performing all the characters, doing all the voices. It's just kind of I call that more of a, not a flat read, because they are telling a story, but I think it's really easy to knock someone's work. This stuff is not easy. Reading and making it interesting is not easy. All right, so Westerns was picked. The rom-coms have some really... Okay, let's do one Western, and then we'll jump into the romantic comedy section. Okay. Ooh, I'm excited. I've never trashed the narrator in any of my reviews, even if I didn't like it. I would give them 3 stars. You know, that's my trash review is 3 stars. Wasn't my cup of tea. That's just my opinion. But if you're into the style of narrator, you know, you're probably gonna give it a 5-star. Because it's all opinions. Ooh, could do a popular narrator, Nora Roberts. She's not a narrator. A popular author. J.S. Cooper. I want to pick one with a good cover. Ooh, Tie Me Down. Tie Me Down. I think that wins. Doesn't have a lot of reviews. Tie Me Down by Melanie Harlow, narrated by Amanda Ronconi and Connor Crace. We all know who Connor is. All right. 168 total ratings with a 4.6 average. That's pretty badass. Publisher summary. Just friends. That's all Beckett Weaver and I have ever been. Sure, he's a hot cowboy who left Wall Street behind to take over his family's ranch. Yes, I've had a secret crush on him since we were 17, and who couldn't appreciate those strong hands, that massive chest, and the way he fills out a pair of Levi's? He makes a girl sweat just looking at him. And I look a lot. But I'm a single mom trying to move on with my life, and he's running that ranch single-handedly while taking care of his elderly father. We don't even live in the same state. I only returned to my hometown of Bellamy Creek to sell my late mother's house, and he just invited me and my son to stay with him because he's got a big heart. That's not the only thing big he's got. Which I discover the night I finally sneak across the hall to his bedroom and shed my inhibitions right alongside my pajamas. And once we give into each other, we can't stop. The hayloft, the bed of his truck, the dock by the pond. I should have read this in a female voice. I'm so sorry. Nothing has ever felt so right. But his past has taught him not to believe in happily ever after. And every perfect night I spend in his arms brings us closer to goodbye. Like any cowboy, he's good with a rope and knows exactly how to tie me up. But what if I want him to tie me down? Ooh, that's a good synopsis. It does have 1-star reviews. Let's check them out. All right, Mr. 1-star review. Let's hear it. Oh, but none of them posted a 1-star review. I should have checked before I did all that. Those could be trolls. They have to write the stuff down. I can't rate anybody that doesn't write stuff down. All right, let's pick a different one. Oh, and Leanne, she has a great review. She loved Tie Me Down. Very emotional, but totally awesome. Sometimes it's the sample. Should I play a little bit of the sample audio? I don't think I can get a DMCA for that. Well, it's no DMCA. Digital music, yeah, DMCA. Strike. I don't think so. Okay, let's pick a different one. That was Tie Me Down. If you have a recommendation for a Western, that would help too. I'm just going to... Should I go through bestsellers? Let's go through bestsellers and see. Ooh, submitting Cast a Long Shadow by Quen Griffith. Oh, fireworks. That's another reason why I'm not working tonight. Usually I work till about 7 o'clock, which is right now. But fireworks started very early today, so you might hear those in the background. I've got horrendous neighbors. Diana Palmer, Notorious. Ooh. Rough Edge by Lauren Landish. Let's check and see, make sure there is a 1-star. There is one 1-star. That looks like a troll. That's a troll. Lauren Landish. I've worked on her material. Yeah, she doesn't have one. I've worked on her material. Her stuff is good. I can't remember which title it was I did with her, but... What else? Let's try Rough Love. It's another Lauren Landish title. I doubt there's going to be a 1-star in here, though. 350 ratings. There might be. A lot of people check the book out. Nope. No 1-stars. Not one typed out 1-star review. That's pretty damn good, Lauren. You kick that ass. You have to medicate Luna because she's terrified. Oh, I'm sorry, Jen. We don't have to medicate this round of pups, our previous pups, we didn't medicate. Well, we did medicate them. We gave them these doggy relaxer chews. So I guess we did medicate them. I keep them close by. We just spend time with them. So they're right here, just on the other side of the camera, the other room. They're right here, right next to me. I can stare at them. Max is all bundled up. He's the little one. He's the sausage. He's bundled up in a blanket on my bed, right next to my pillow, hopefully not releasing his anal glands. And Seamus he's got a massive, giant bed that's right next to our bed. All right, let's see. Already, romance reviewers are just so much better than sci-fi and fantasy. I guess if you nick some of those kind of Rogue Country, no, the Ruby Cowboy True, A Bride for Daryl, The Irish Sisters, The Hearts. Oh, this is a big one. This one was done by Recorded Books, written by Karen Whitemeyer. It's only got 32 ratings, so no 1 stars. Man, no 1-star reviews for all these romance Western titles we've done. We have to pick a different genre. Rough Country, Bossing the Cowboy by Kennedy Fox. Not a lot of reviews on that one. Melissa Foster. No, this one is narrated by Andy Art and Sebastian York. There's no way this is going to have a 1 star. And if it does, I'm reading the shit out of it. Not a 1 star. See? I know where the good ones are. Hang on, let me make sure I'm getting all these. I'm trying to find one. Can't find. I'm having a hard time reading the... Should I go to the... Oh. I'll bet you I can find a category. Oh, no, they won't have it in that category. Let's see. May have to switch over to romantic comedy. I'm not seeing, let's try Heaven, Texas. 89 ratings, done by Harper Audio, so no 1-star reviews. Man, okay. Apparently nobody gives romantic westerns 1-star reviews. Accidental Mail Order Bride, written by J.S. Cooper. Let's check this one. 6 ratings. No, that's not. Well, let's see. Maybe it does. Maybe one of those 6. Oops. Some wrong shit.
Stop moving! Oh my goodness, you're just moving all over the place, you stupid website.
Okay. No 1 star. See? This is why I love romance fans. Hi, Kim. Oh, I'm not reading my 1-star reviews. Are you crazy? I can't do that. No way, man. This is other people's stuff. And it was their idea to do romance. I was doing sci-fi and fantasy. I always leave a review unless it's already got 20,000. You know, if it's got 20,000 reviews, I'll just star it up. Or even if it's got 1,000 reviews, I think past 1,000 reviews, I think once it's got thousands of reviews, anything extras isn't really helping out, right? One for the Blackbird, there we go. One for the Blackbird, one for the Crow by Brilliance Audio. I just booked a Brilliance project. I'm very happy about that. I've been trying to get them for a bit. Okay, here we go. Wait. We got a 1 star. Hallelujah. We have got a 1 star. One for the Blackbird, one for the Crow. 1,938 ratings with an average of 4.3. Not bad. From the best-selling author of The Ragged Edge of Night comes a powerful and poetic novel of survival and sacrifice on the American frontier. Wyoming, 1876. For as long as they have lived on the frontier, the Bemis and Weber families have relied on each other. With no other settlers for miles, it is a matter of survival. But when Ernest Bemis finds his wife Cora in a compromising situation with her neighbor, he doesn't think of survival. In one impulsive moment, the man is dead. Ernest is off to prison, and the women left behind, and the women left behind are divided by rage and remorse. This doesn't sound like a romance. Losing her husband to Cora's indiscretion is another hardship for stoic Nettie Mae. But as a brutal Wyoming winter bears down, Corey and Nettie Mae have no choice but to come together as one family, to share the duties of working the land and raising their children. There's Nettie Mae's son, Clyde, no longer a boy, but not yet a man, who must navigate the road to adulthood without a father to guide him, and Cora's daughter, Beulah, who is as wild and untamable as her prairie home. Bound by the this isn't a romance. This isn't a romance. This is a drama. I can't read this if it's a romance. It's not a romance. I can read it, I mean, yeah. Alright, here we go. Alright. Merlene. She wrote this on June 10th of 2021. This is very recent. Oh, everyone's got 1 stars. I'm sure I've got plenty of 1 stars. There's a 1-star troll that just kind of goes through in 1 star so many books. I'm sure I've got one. I don't want to see it, but that stuff would get into my head and affect what I do. Probably, I don't know. Actors are sensitive. All right, Merlene says, "It's so long and boring. This book was so long because it gave tons of detail about everything. There was so much detail given that my mind would wander for a lot of the book. It would actually wander. Her mind would wander for a lot of the book. And it was just downright boring. It was a hard book to finish, but I persevered, and my perseverance did not pay off." That was pretty aggressive, Merlene. I'm going to give you 3 stars for that one. There were a couple of good, spell checks. Extra exclamation points just to let people know you are serious. Oh my. Zany Mama 4 gave the performance 4 stars and the story and overall a 1 star. She wrote this May 11th of 2021. Weak female characters that you want to throttle. I love stories about the West, and especially stories set in Wyoming and northern Colorado on the prairie. I thought this sounded amazing and plunked down one of my credits to get it. I wish that I hadn't. The characters are infuriating and dislikable. Cora is a self-proclaimed weakling who uses that as an excuse to do whatever the heck she feels like. Nettie Mae, while a wronged character, is so hateful that you almost cringe whenever her bits come up. If you have ever read Harry Potter, she's very like Professor Umbridge. Beulah is supposedly dreamy, but she's the most level-headed of all of them, and her character trait of seeing the inner world of the prairie just becomes monotonous. It's like the author said, I'm going to make this character have this trait and then repeated and repeated and repeated ad nauseum the trait. Cora weak, Nettie Mae hateful, Beulah dreamy. I am listening to it on double speed just so that I can get through it. Just because you tossed in that little bit of double speed at the end, you speak my language, I'm going to give you 3.5 stars for that. Way to go, Zany Mama 4. I appreciate your 1-star review. Star rating, 1-star reviews. Your theory, if you have nothing nice to say, yeah, I mean, I agree with that too. Not the bash stuff. Still, somebody worked really, really hard to write that book. Somebody else worked really, really hard to record that book. Somebody else worked really, really hard to produce the book. And a lot of people worked really, really hard. Fans, ALCs, they listened to the book. They wrote reviews. You know, there's a lot of work goes into this stuff for you to just simply spend, a few hours listening to something and be like, "Brah, this is utter shit. Brah, these people should never do this ever again. Brah, 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 brah." It's awful, man. Awful, awful people. Okay. Let's jump back into some romantic comedy. What do you say? Ooh. I like the covers in this genre. They're so fun. You guys can see some of these. Ooh, Avery Flynn and Tracy Wolff. Should we read stuff that's been out there already? Oh, I really want to find one of these. Ooh, Bossy Grump by Nicole Snow. Nope, it only has 11 ratings. Maybe it's got... Hang on. It's got a 1 star. Ooh. we got a 1-star review. Okay. Bossy Grump and Enemies to Lovers Romance. Written by Nicole Snow. Narrated by Rock Angle and Carly Robbins. 2 excellent narrators. Produced by Audible Studios. This has a total of 12 ratings, so not really much to work with, but it has an average of 4.1, so I'm surprised that it has a 1-star rating this early. This could just be a troll. They wrote this on August 3rd of 2021? No, July 3rd. 7 is July, right? Yeah, so this is brand new. This is today. Today is July 3rd. Yeah, they wrote this today. Okay. Happy Banker is the author of this 1-star review. Gave the performance 2 stars, which I'm highly suspect. I've listened to Rock Angle and I've listened to Carly Robbins. I've worked with Carly Robbins. I think I may have done a multicast with Rock Angle, but I'm not really sure. I can't remember. You love that Zany Mama 4 finished the book even though she didn't like it. Yeah, I get that way too. Even just reading. And watching movies, man, I always push. Because I want to experience the full thing. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll get worse. At least I'll have something to, something to talk about. All right, Happy Banker states, horrible. I couldn't make it through even 2 hours of this book, and I really tried. It was so slow, with almost no character development. I listened to at least 3 books, sometimes 4 each month. That's every single month I listen to books. At least 3, sometimes 4. And this was the first one that I've never made it all the way through. Even the ones I thought were bad, I made myself finish them, thinking that some redeeming quality would make it worth my time. I just couldn't waste another second on this one. No. Narration was okay, but not enough to make me want to complete the whole thing. Dude, Happy Banker. That was a pretty good review. There was just a lot of sassy. She didn't even talk about the book. She said nothing about the book, except that how shitty it was. Yeah, no information about the title, the characters, only the people that read the book, and not even anything about the author. Happy Banker. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Ooh. Well, Happy Banker, she does give, well, I'm going to say she or he, them, they give 5-star reviews. They've only done 3 reviews. So, since this is 1-star reviews, I'm not going to read these 5-star reviews that she or he or they have written. That was a pretty awful review of that book. Horrible. But let's do the contrast. Here, let's do the most helpful. All stars. Oh my goodness. Really? Is that the only? Oh no. That's the only written review, is a 1-star shit review. Oh, that's awful. That's not fair. I almost want to download that book and listen to it and give it my own rating, just to counteract it. See, this is where a 3, 4, 5-star written review would be very helpful on a book like this. You know. Okay, next. What's next on the chopping block? What do we got? Love the covers in rom-coms. They're so colorful and fun. Ooh, kitty. The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Just last night. I know who narrated that. I know. Maya Soro, okay. Crazy Rich Asians? Is it rom-com? I didn't know that. Did somebody leave a 1-star review? 18,456 ratings with an average of 4.5. Produced by Random House Audio, written by Kevin Kwan. Narrated by Lin Chen. Well, let's check this out. Wow. Okay. We do have some 1-star reviews. we do have some one-star reviews for Crazy Rich Asians, a very popular movie. Titles to review and fix. Yeah, maybe we can get some good stuff out of this, and maybe I can give you guys some opportunities to hey, check this book out. I don't think it's that bad. It's narrated by Rock Angle and Carly Robbins, but you know. Okay, Crazy Rich Asians. This review is by Moira. This is 1 star across the board. Overall performance and story. Terrible narration. What would have made Crazy Rich Asians better? The narration was stilted and did not match the time of the book. Would you be willing to try another one of Lin Chen's performances? Not with the same narrator. No way, Jose. Would not, never. I added that last bit, that's improv. That's pretty freaking harsh. That's pretty harsh, Moira. Not really a review, just answered the basic questions, but didn't talk about the writing, just hated the narration. Terrible narration. There's another one. Let's see what else Moira. She's only done that. So she was compelled. 37 helpful votes, 9 ratings, and compelled to let the world know that she did not like that narrator. You found one. Get it. Okay, post it. What is this? Holy shit. Okay, one sec. Let me, I have to get in here and I gotta copy this. Oh. Okay. This 1 star review. Oops, hang on, it's for Susie. Let me spend some time. Let me look this over. Let me find a character. This is by Simon & Schuster. So this should be pretty hardcore. They spent money on books. Book is titled After We Collided. The After Series, Book 2. Written by Anna Todd. Narrated by Shane East and Elizabeth Louise. The After Todd series. This was produced November 25th of 2014. 4,266 ratings. And they made a movie out of this. Did they really? I'd be interested in checking that out. 4.6 average rating. Let's check this out. Oh gosh. We got some 2 stars. We're looking... Ooh. Oh my gosh. That is harsh. Oh, I'm gonna have to read a couple of these. Oh, jeez. The level of mean toxicity is... Wow. Oh, man. Okay. I'm just gonna start here at the top with the number 1. The number 1 star rating. The first one? Okay. This 1 star rating was provided to us by Stephanie Baker, March 20th, 2019. She gave a 2 star for the performance and a 1 star for overall and story. What does Stephanie Baker sound like? Oh, here we go. A trash story with a trash relationship. This book is a steaming pile of hot garbage. I read the first after, and since it basically ended in the middle of a paragraph, I decided to get the second one to see where it goes. Let me tell you, I envy the dead because they don't have the ability to listen or read this trash. Tess and Hardin have the worst relationship. That is toxic, manipulative, and abusive. But oh, Hardin is hot and damaged, and it's my responsibility to fix him. Girl, please, get out of here with that logic. Tess is weak and so annoying with her inner commentary, saying things like, I don't deserve to be treated like this, and then just sets herself up for it again. Like, I cannot. I had to force myself to finish the book. And I vowed a while back that I would not get the next ones, and I am definitely standing by that. I cannot subject myself to this kind of torture and garbage again. Also, Shane East clearly does not have an English accent, and it for sure took away from everything. Like, it literally sounds like he is trying to be an English Christian Grey, and it does not work at all. Mm-mm. No dice, friends. No dice, friends. Save yourself the credit, the sanity, and the time, because this is not worth it. It completely rivals Twilight and 50 Shades for the worst storyline ever amongst a toxic relationship. P.S. I never yelled, "Finally!" at the end of a book like I did with this one. Literally screamed it in my car because I couldn't take it anymore. P.S.S. Zed is better than Hardin. That's it. End of story. Contract terminated. That was pretty good, man. That's like a 4-star review right there. That is a 4-star shit review. Man, she was mean. Girl, please get out of here with that logic. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, Stephanie Baker. You get 4 stars, man. That was good. That was... Whew. I mean, I get it. I get it. Sometimes toxic relationships suck. I gotta look up. She has 21 reviews, 36 helpful votes, 23 ratings. She has a lot of 5-star reviews. She genuinely hated that book. She has mostly... Okay, she's a mostly 5-star reviewer. And that is the only 1-star review that she has ever given in her career as a reviewer. That is good. That is a 4-star shit review. Mwah. If I was a chef, I'd present that on a plate and be like, "Your plate of shit, madame." Alright. Okay. What else do we have here? 1-star reviews. Whoops, 1-star onlys. Okay. This is a short review, so it's not gonna get a great review. I'll be honest. You can't just toss 1 stars out there with like a sentence, a couple of poorly structured sentences. You're not gonna get nothing. Okay, so all right. This is by Sarmento. This was offered up September 1st, 2020. 4-star performance, 1 star for overall and story. So bad, seriously. I really tried to like it. I rarely quit books, but this is just so bad. I cannot stand it anymore. So you're gonna get like a 2.8 for that one. I mean, that's not. I mean, I can't even. Punctuation. You had some bad punctuation in there. Is that a comma or is that might be a comma? I can't tell. My screen's. I got a giant monitor here, so I can't really. Even then, I can't tell. Hang on, let's zoom in. It's a comma. Okay. So her punctuation is on point. Comma before but. Okay, punctuation's all right. 2.5. That's the best I can do. I'm sorry, Sarmento. That is not a great 1-star review. I'm so sorry. Shane's really good. Yes, he is. I agree. Go down to her British bedmate review. Oh yeah? Let's check this out. Is that Stephanie's? Stephanie Baker's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Each all your perfects. Oh, Colleen Hoover. Well, she... Pretty Reckless, LJ Shen. Okay, so she likes good authors. These are all wonderful authors. Cake, that's a brilliant story. That's, I think, was that an Audie Award winner? I think that one was. Confess. Reckless. Oh, I think you're talking about the other one. Sarmento? Is that who you're talking about? Hang on. Sarmento? Oh my goodness. Sarmento is also a 1-star reviewer of the previous book, the previous sci-fi book that I just 1-star reviewed with somebody else. Oh wow. She also states, The Adventures of Tom Stranger, Interdimensional Insurance Agent by Larry Correa. Crap on toast. This book sucked ass. Narrator was good, but story was crap. Larry Correia can kick rocks for all I care. That's fucking harsh, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, man, Sarmento. You are toxic. Okay, so which one were you talking about? Beekeeper's Apprentice, Four Funerals, Wicked Beautiful. Is it in the other one? Hang on. Oh, Stephanie? Oh, okay. I'll go back to Stephanie's then. That was pretty good, though. Crap on toast. Crap on toast? God, you put crap on toast and you just expect somebody to eat it because it's toast. Awful. All right, Stephanie, I'm coming back. Okay, we've got the beach read. All your perfects. Maybe now. What am I looking? What I can't. British bedmate. Okay. Maybe now. Verity. Pretty reckless. Fiercely Emma. The theory of second best. Cake. Confess. Oh, show more. That's why. Okay, I didn't click that button. Ah. Okay, I've read and listened. I've read Dirty Job several times, and I've also listened to it. And I have to agree with her. Fisher Stevens is one of my. And I bumped into him when I was at APAC one year in New York. I bumped into him on the sidewalk. I think he was surprised that I recognized him. I was like, "Holy shit, you're Fisher Stevens," and that I liked him more as an audiobook narrator than as an actor. But I also love him as an actor too. But I love his books that he narrates. All the way to the bottom. Sorry. I get distracted. There you go. Trash story with a trash relationship. Well, and hunting drunk dial. Not the worst. That's a 3-star though. I can't read those. Show more. Oh, we gotta go all the way. There it is. That is a 1-star review. God, did I? Okay. I was gonna say that looks like a cover that I may have done. That's part of the. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. All right. British Bedmate. This review is provided by Stephanie Baker. This 1-star review of British Bedmate by Penelope Ward and Vi Keeland. Brilliant authors. I've done work with them. Narrated by Zachary Weber and Andy Arndt. 2 brilliant narrators. Overall 2 stars. Performance 5 stars. Well, at least she got something right. Story 1 star. Less than stellar. Amazing voices. Awful storyline. It was making me cringe the whole time. Don't really recommend this because the plot was terrible, crude, and not worth your time. He literally said he was hitting her cervix. That is not anatomically possible. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. That is possible. Not fun. I'll agree. Not a good time, but, you know. It is possible. There are men out there. I'm sure you know as well. I mean, I got friends. They're cervix pounders. Guaranteed. Hey man, I had to shower with men when I was, in high school. I know. There are cervix pounders out there. That was good. That was really good. Whew. Man, she's a good 1-star reviewer. I like that. Her use of all caps. I mean, just to get the... He literally said he was hitting her cervix. She didn't do her research, though. So that's good. Do we go above and beyond on this one? How good is Stephanie? Does she deserve another... Does she deserve 2 4-star ratings? I think she might. She didn't trash the narrators. So, that might bring... Alright. If she had trashed the narrators, I would have given her 4 stars. But right now, I think I'm going to put this one at about 3.9. She's close. But I think giving her 2 4-star, 1-star reviews is just too much. I can't do it. 3.9. Honestly, that sounds like something I would... If somebody offered that book to me, I'd be like, yeah, I'll narrate the shit out of that. That just sounds fun. Which means Zachary Weber probably does a British accent in that one, and I am freaking curious. And I want to hear and see if it is in the sample. Let's see, let's all...
Write this one down if I went to Memorial.
He's not in the sample, it's Andy. Well, oh well. C. Scott Publishing Corp. I'll bet you that's a good book. 4,518 ratings, 4.7 average. I'll guarantee you that is an excellent listen. So I highly recommend British Bed Made to You. And that's a contemporary too. It's not even a rom-com. Okay. All right, so Stephanie Baker almost had 4. If she had bashed the narrator, she had given the narrators 3 stars or less, I would have given her 2 4-star, 1-star reviews. Yeah, it totally proves. Books are totally subjective. And not everyone has had sex with a cervix pounder. I mean, proof, right? Oops, hang on. I'm losing my chat. I lost my chat. There it is. Okay. All right, here we go. Are we going to do more of these? I'm going to do a couple more. I'm going to do 90 minutes of 1-star reviews. Ooh, have fun, Debbie. Family barbecue. You're making my stomach rumble. Cervix bounders. Oh, Susie has another one. Oh, I know this book. I know this book because let's get this one in here. 365 Days by Blanka Lipinska. There's a Pole. You had to get the Polish N in there. Lipinska. It's like a pinieska kind of sound. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. You walked into a cervix pounding. Some people think it's a myth, but I know for a fact it is not. All right, here we go. 365 Days by Blanka Lipinska. Narrated by Maya Starling and Sebastian York. Good choice. Can you guys hear my bird? He's going crazy in there. He's a Indian ringneck. Produced by Simon & Schuster Audio. So this is going to be, I mean, this is a fantastic book. I know about this book. I've listened to parts of it. 531 ratings, 4.6 overall average. They're making this into a movie. I think Netflix bought the rights to this, and they're the ones making the movie. And the director is... I don't know the director, but one of the authors that I worked with, that I got my start with, Vanessa Fewings, has a connection to this book. It is now a hit Netflix film. That is right. All right. Oh, Maximus. No barks. No barks. We're reviewing 1-star reviews. Ooh, okay, here we go. Susie, do you have a recommendation on which one I should read? Hang on a second, I'm sorry. Hey, Maxie. Maxie. Hey. My nephew must be coming home. Sorry about that. His bark is alarming, to say the least. You weren't a fan of either one, the book or the movie? They're making the second one. Who is the director? The director of 365 Days. Let's look this up real fast. I'm sorry about the barking. She is... What's her name? Her name is Barbara. That's that one, Barbara. I can't pronounce her last name. Yeah, she's cool. Tomas. Okay. Okay, so, is there a particular one you want me to read in here? The first one is funny, okay. Luna is looking for Max. That's awesome. Max is cool. I saw some wonderful wiener I'm sorry, that came out wrong. Wiener dog pictures this week. I'm a member of a couple of different groups on Facebook, and they post wiener videos and funny wiener pictures. I think it's called Sausage Dog Central is the one. Funny, funny stuff. I love it. The dogs, they don't care about my voices. They really don't. I mean, if I say their name or if I say the trigger words, like treat or outside or stop, no, they react. And I usually put on different voices. It's usually if I have to get into like a yelly kind of thing, it's a Scottish, you know, stop it right now or I'll kick your teeth in, you know, that kind of thing. That's what it is, Susie. Yes, that's what it is. Barbara is directing Enthrall, which is Vanessa Fung's book, which is, I did book 6 in that series, Richard's Reign. Great, great story. Even if you liked 50 Shades, check out the Enthrall series. If you didn't like 50 Shades, if you like the concept and the genre, and you didn't like 50 Shades, read Enthrall. Or listen to it. It's fantastic. It's a really good series. I listened to the first 4 books. Read the first 5. Oh, it sure doesn't. That doesn't even soothe my wife. She can't stand it when I say that. She can't. I think it's because I'm actually like awful about it. I do it on purpose. Hey, darling. Hey, darling. What's up, darling? She's like, get the fuck off me. Get away from me. Okay. This 1-star review of 365 Days is provided by Mindy Hughes. She gave a 3-star for the performance, 1 star for both overall and story. Devil horns. This was written on February 4th, 2021. Let's see. What is her voice? Would not read again. First, I was excited that Sebastian York would be reading, but it was a bait and switch. He only reads the prologue. So, if you are ordering because of the narrator, don't. Second, the words used in this book are awful. I'm not sure if it is just poor translation, but snatch is not a word I really want to hear any other word would... Isn't I'm not sure if it is just poor translation, but snatch is not a word I really want to hear. Any other word would have been better, just not fucking snatch. I hate that word. I hate the word. There were a few other words where I wondered why not use the proper word. But anyways, maybe that's just my hang-up. Third, this is one book I preferred the movie more than the book. That does not happen ever, so reader beware. I was gonna say, man, she may want to stay away from Snatch. It's a book I narrated for Marie James. MM book. Fantastic. Snatch has a southern accent, too. Yeah. Anyways, maybe that's just my hang-up. I don't like the word snatch. Just stop saying it, please. I don't like the word snatch. I'm so sorry, Mindy. That is awful. I get it. There are books that I've read in just a certain word. Moist. I don't like the word moist. Hate it. Hate the word moist. In class. In grass. I don't mind hearing it. I just don't like saying it. Clasp and grasp and asp. And my most hated is grasped or clasped. Hate those fucking words. I get that. I will give her that much. And I wish... I get hired to do that a lot, too. Prologue, there was a book, it's a hugely popular book. It got an Earphones Award. No, it didn't get an Earphones Award. Hey, baby. It was reviewed by Audiophile, and it was called... That's Him? It's a really good book, but I only did the prologue and I think the epilogue. Or I just did the epilogue. And I was really bummed that my name was even on it. It should have said, like, guest starring, or they have to come up with something in Audible to let people know that, you know, that my part is minimal, or any narrator's part is minimal at best, if that's how it is, because especially with, you know, Sebastian York's, his name sells books. So I feel bad. So I give her that, because she was excited that Sebastian York was going to be reading. So she was excited to get another Sebastian York book, and she was, you know, rightfully upset about that. But then again, Mindy Hughes has a problem with Snatch. And that's pretty good. I'm going to give her a 3.5. 3.5. I'm going to give her a 3.6 because she was legitimately bait and switched into buying that book. But did she get it just because Sebastian York was reading it? Is that the only reason, or because it was a popular title at the time? That's true. Oh yeah. She also spelled Prologur. But it was a bait and switch. He only reads the Prologur. So she misspelled that. All right. I'm going to give her a 3.7. I think, Mindy, you deserve a 3.7. There's a lot wrong with that 1-star review. I dig it. You got any other 1-star reviews there, Mindy? No. Oh, show more. I gotta learn to do this. Gotta keep going down the list. Does Mindy have any more 1-star reviews? Ooh. Oh. No. She does not. Oh, just 365. Oh, she does. And that is on a series that I am a part of. I've done a lot of Cocky Hero books. All right, Mindy. This is Mindy's review of Bossy Billionaire, a Hero Club novel by Chiquita Denny and the Hero Club. Narrated by Moira Brehan and Teddy Hamilton. Teddy Hamilton's a very good friend of mine. I love Teddy. I go to conventions with him. We are pals. We hang out quite a bit. If you were going to any one of the many conventions that I mentioned, I believe Teddy is going to every single one of them with me. So we're both going to be there. Prolonged. Well, she also misspelled Prologur as well. The title of this review is, it was a 2-star for performance, which, Teddy, come on. I don't know Moira, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing her name right. I don't know of her work. I may check out the sample just to give her a listen, just to see, because it's always good to know who's doing what. 1 star for story, 1 star for overall. Another Devil Horns. Title of this 1-star review is Problems with Transitions. I did not connect to this book at all. I found it jumped from one scene to the next with no transition and really disliked Maya's attitude towards everything in life. Also, the word chortled, was used so much in this book, it was weird. Oh my god. Mindy. She has another 1-star review, and I'm going to read the shit out of that one too. Mindy Hughes. That was pretty good. There was a lot wrong with that. You shit on the book. You didn't really review the book. You just said you hated a word. It is chortled, right? I think so. I always get that confused. I always have to, every time I see that, I have to stop and check Miriam. I'm pretty sure it's chortled. It was weird. That's a 3.7. That is a 3.7. You ragged on a friend of mine. A narrator friend of mine. No. You're gonna get a 3.9. I'm not gonna give you a 4-star because I don't think you deserved it. I don't think you really put forth enough effort into this very short review to receive a 4. So I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna hold that 4 from you. I'm gonna give you a 3.9 for this one because that's pretty awful. That is an awful 1-star review. Oh. I wonder, is her man voice in the sample? I'm curious to hear it. And I get that. You know, sometimes the voicings that people have just, you know, like I'm sure people listen to my stuff I won't read the reviews, but I'm sure some people listen to this. Oh, his voice is so fucking whispery. Will he just say a sentence with it? Just take a fucking breath and speak your mind. Why do you gotta whisper everything? I'm sure somebody says that somewhere. One of my reviews somewhere says that. And if you find it, don't tell me about it because I don't want to read it. But she also gives a very, very nice one-star review of Egotistical Player by Bella Emmy, another Hero Club book. Narrated by Desiree Ketchum and Gregory Salinas. I know both. I think I've worked with Desiree. I've heard Gregory's work, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. This was reviewed July 20th of 2020. She gave the performance 4 stars. She gave the overall and the story 1 star each. The title of this is Good Narrators, Poor Storyline. The narrators I've heard before in other stories, they were great. However, the story was not. It was dragged out over several years. The characters keep making the same mistakes. It was like snapshots of the same story over and over. It was a real struggle to finish it. It was such a struggle. I could talk about my struggle, but it would be awful to relive it again and again, over and over. Ignite? Is there an Ignite Cocky Hero book? I know there's a friend of mine, Kim. She wrote Ignite. It's part of the Riker Ranch. I'd have to look and see. Thank you, Susie. I'm having a good time with the voices. I gotta be honest. How do I rate this? That was pretty good. She was reviewing the book. So, I mean, it's honest. She doesn't know how to use capitals except when she wants to say several. So that was the only capital word. 3.2. Should I give her a 3.3? Just, I mean, she didn't rag on my narrators. 3.3. No. No, take it back. No. No, 3.2. It's mediocre shit 1-star review. 3.25. I'm going to go with Cookie's suggestion at 3.25. Thank you, Cookie. I appreciate that. That's what I'm going to do. 3.25 is my final. That's my final answer. What time is it? We are at 90 minutes. Ladies and gents and other types. What's up, Penguin Leader? How you doing? I'll do one more. Let's do one more. See if I can find one. Is there a genre? Let's switch genres. Let's switch it up. Wait. That's a pretty decent 2-star review. From 0 to 10. Is there a different genre anyone would like me to dabble into for this last one? Oh, Susie has another one. Oh. The Dracula Audible edition. Let's check this out, Susie. Let's do it. Susie has chosen my next. Oh, this is actual. Okay. Alan Cumming and Tim Curry. Oh, it's a multicast. There's a 1-star review of this? Are you serious? Oh yeah, if you want to do that and message them to me, or just keep a little, just make a list. Send me the list every now and then. I'll do this more often. Cool, man. Thank you for checking it out, Penguin. If you're into Twitch, if you pop into Twitch and give me a follow, the same with anybody that's on Facebook right now. If you pop into Twitch and give me a follow, that really helps me out. I'll do a shameless plug for my Twitch channel. I am trying very hard to get affiliate, which I should be getting this month. I'm super excited about that. Just takes my streaming to the next level and allows me to do some more stuff, come up with some more ideas. But Susie's recommending that I find a 1-star review of Dracula, written by Bram Stoker, Narrated by Alan Cumming, Tim Curry, Simon Vance, Catherine Kellgren, Susan Durden, John Lee, Graham Malcolm, Stephen Crossley, and probably like several others. Produced by Audible Studios. A total of 23,973 ratings for an average of 4.6. That is phenomenal. Bye, Cookie. Thanks for hanging out. This will be our last one, too. And I'm going to switch things up. This book got an Audie Award for Distinguished Achievement in Production in 2013. It also received the Audie Award for Multi-Voice Performance in 2013 and Audie Award nominee for Classic in 2013. Oh, you do? Cool. Thank you. Oh, is this... I know who this is. This is Penguin. My Fortnite buddy, right? I know, right? I'm thinking the same thing, Jennifer. Tim Curry? It does have 1-star reviews, though. It does. Oh my gosh. Okay. There it is. I see it, I see it, I see it. I see it, Susie. Well, this is just an alpha review, too. Amanda is going to get... I'm going to read Amanda's as well after I read P. de Gretz. All right. This review is written by P. de Gretz. December 19th of 2019. The originals were correct. After being into a couple of chapters of this book, I recall the original critics of this book when the book made its debut. Now, if I could put the book just like any more times into one sentence, I would do that. For you, of course. But only for you. I find the story far from organized. Mr. Stoker attempt to tell a story comprised of a bunch of diary entries, letters, without really engaging the readers by endearing them to the characters, or engaging them in an actual story. The book provides an interesting perspective and insight into the 19th century attitude toward life from a high society perspective. Although, I feel, looking at the characters, I find them shallow, self-important. And the women in the story are portrayed as a bunch of overdramatic little teenaged girls, because they are. It was the age range. They were young girls in the book, in Victorian. Just what they were. I am trying not to let my 20th and 21st century views cloud my judgment, but even for the 19th century, this has the air of a very cheap romance novel that has little to real meat to the book, to the book. I really don't understand how this book, if you want call that, ever became a classic, if wasn't for the talented movie and stage directors who had the vision and talent to turn this book from a mangled mess into an actual story that captured generations. I'm gonna have more to say about that later. In this case, the movie is better than the book. The performance is overall okay, though I was hoping to hear more from Mr. Curry, who is one of my favorite actors when he plays a villain. Oh, the villain. Sadly, the format of the book doesn't do the actors justice. You really can't capture the essence of the character since since they, them, are viewed from the perspective of the writers of material trying to relate to events. In summary, I have thoroughly disappointed with book, not the actors, although the production kinda sadie and lacked making this book more appealing. That was a fucking weird review. It is a classic. I've read that book. Read that book in middle school. I read that book in high school. I read that book when I was in college. I read that book as an adult. I read that book in my 30s, and I read that book in my 40s. I read that book last summer. during the pandemic. I think it was late last summer I read that book. And I read it right alongside with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree with... I don't really think that you... I've never listened to the audiobook version of this. But I'm gonna just take a guess and figure with the kind of talent that they put into this book that it was perfection. And the fact that it won two different audio awards and nommed for a third. It won 2 Audies and nommed for a third. So a lot of people not only listened to this book, but reviewed the holy shit out of it. And I'm gonna venture to say that it was brilliant. And that this person, that's a pretty... Man, he got really shitty on it, didn't he? I don't even know that's a guy. Well, let me see what else is going on with it. Not to mention the... I'm guessing it's... No, I think English is their first language. I think maybe typing is like a strong third for him or them. Hasn't done a lot of reviews. What do I say about this? And what was the line that I wanted to... Oh, the whole capture generate. That book has captured... There's a reason why there are so many versions of this movie and why there's so many versions of this character. Yeah, it's because this book is amazing. I don't know what book you listen to. Maybe you clicked the wrong link. And the original critics were Victorian era snobs and were not into monster material. This was like, this book back then was like smut. So yeah, the original critics are they're gonna treat this book like shit. The original critics, but over time, as people became more evolved and learn to appreciate things that were outside of the the view of the church, yeah. I'm gonna give you a 4.1, sir, or ma'am. Pied de Grite. I'm gonna give you a 4.1. That is a horrendously shitty 1-star review. That was a great way to finish off the night. Thank you, Susie. How'd you find this? This is good stuff. I was gonna go and do Amanda's review, which is right above this, just because it's so horrendous. But I think I'm gonna finish this off with Pied de Grite and give him a 4.1. Give them a 4.1. Yeah, exactly. The original critics, you can't trust reviews before 1900 because they're idiots. And if it didn't fit into this very neat little, I don't even know what to call it. If it didn't fit into this awful little package of what they felt was perfect writing, and if you look at the books that they did praise back then, they were god awful. It was just, maybe not god awful. How did they praise Jane Austen when she was writing? I can't remember. Thank you, everyone, for coming and hanging out with me for my inaugural 1-star reviews. I'm gonna do this more often because it was fun. I had a really good time, and it gives me a chance to delve into some of my other weird voices that I don't get to put in a lot of my books. Tomorrow I will be wrapping up the record of Wolfshund by Laurel Knight. That is book 1 in the duet series, and then the next day I'm going to be jumping into Pack Claimed, which is book 2 in that duet. So I'll get both of those finished up. If you didn't log in the Twitch, if you could log in the Twitch and give my Twitch stream a follow, I appreciate that. That's super awesome. That always helps me out. If you can't, that's cool too. Yeah, what else am I working on? Let me look at my calendar. Let's look at my calendar here. What else do I got going on? I got a lot of good books coming up. This was a very, very busy month. I think I got 13 or 14 on my schedule this month. I've got Wolfshand, Patlin, we talked about it. I've got book 6, a Maggie Cole series, book 6 with his Unchosen Ruler, I believe. I'll be recording that with Victoria May. Really good book. Be doing some Irish accents in that one. If you want to go back and check it out, Chris, the post will be up on Facebook. It'll be up on Twitch. It'll be up on YouTube. If you want to. You don't have to. I don't expect anybody to go back and watch me do this kind of stuff. What else am I working on? I've got an amazing lit RPG project coming up on the 12th, which I will be live streaming during the day for Podium, and that is Sarah Online. And I was prepping that book this morning. Fantastic. I've got Fearless Like Us. I've got Mr. Know-It-All. I've got a super secret project I can't talk to anybody about. I am also doing a live duet narration and record of the first book in the Riker Ranch series, Saddle Up. I'll be recording that on the 16th, and I believe we are doing a live read of that as well. Live narration. Is she really? That's awesome. Yeah, Victoria's awesome, man. She's amazing. She's fantastic. There should be a Cerberus MC book being released every single month for the next like 4 months. I've got I'm actually recording another one this month. I'm recording Colton. I am recording book 2 in the Sky Pirate series for Anna Applegate and Angela Davis. I recorded Rocker, is the book I think you were thinking about. I recorded Rocker the first week of June and finished my pickup, so that book is out. It should be coming out soon. And Canon, which is already out. Right. So look for Colton, that'll be coming out next month. Drew is coming out the following month. And then I've got July and August are just, I booked way too many books. I'm doing I just finished book 4 in the Featherstone Academy series called Red, which was really good. It's a whole new, the first 3 books were centered on Luna and several male characters. This book 4, I found out, I prepped it and I recorded it, is now centering on totally different set of characters. So it's excellent. So it's like 2 different series, but all kind of bound up into one series with lots of different male characters. Awesome. Fantastic. And that's it. I am going to be shutting this down, and I'm going to take probably a 20-30 minute break. I'm going to go grab some food. I'm going to hang out with my dogs. Maybe try and go outside. It's been raining all day. I got caught in the most horrendous rainstorm on my bike today. It rained all morning. It stopped. I was like, okay, I'm going to go for a bike ride. I'm going to get this out of the way. I got the farthest point I could possibly get on my bike ride, and it just started just cats and dogs on me. So I had to ride back in the rain. And so I didn't get my full workout in, but that was pretty awful. I don't know why I said that, but anyways. Yeah, so I'm going to take a 20-30 minute break, and then I'm going to come back up, and I'm going to be streaming some video game stuff for the rest of the night. But thank you. There is a hurricane, Hurricane Elsa. The first hurricane of the season, and it's coming. The storm path is, let's look at the storm path. Hurricane Elsa. What is her storm path? Yeah, she's coming. Fuck. Right to Tampa. This right here. Yeah. This is literally the hurricane path that we dread. Because Tampa is, we don't get hit with a lot. It's rare because the hurricane has to literally come into the bay and then bust a hard U, or it has to do this. This is actually the best of the paths. The worst path is when it comes up through here by Cancun and does that weird curl around, because that the good thing that's going to happen with this hurricane is between Monday 1 a.m. and Monday 1 p.m., it's going to cross over Cuba, and it's going to cross over the mountains in Cuba, which usually breaks apart the storm and usually takes it down from a 1, 2, 3 all the way back down to at most a 1. And then, depending on how long it sits in the Gulf, once it hits those warm waters, that's when it usually ramps up and gets bigger and bigger and bigger and tightens up. This is not a great track for us. This is not good. Hopefully she doesn't get too big. So, yeah. My Tuesday from 1 p.m. to Wednesday to 1 p.m. is going to be actually my Tuesday 1 a.m. through all day Tuesday is going to be gnarly. But hey, at least the time's changed. At least we're actually going to, this thing is going to be coming through here during the day. Usually hurricanes hit us in the middle of the night and it's awful. You just get to listen to it and just... we stick it out. I've been through lots and lots and lots of hurricanes. If it gets too crazy, we pack up and leave. But generally, where we are, we're in a good spot. But these kind of storms definitely worry me the most. Biggest thing that I worry about is my studio. It's insured, but you know, that doesn't matter. I mean, if anything gets shut down, it's like, you know, me not working for 3 weeks would be just catastrophic. So, yep, we pack everybody. We pack up the wife, the dogs, the cat, 2 birds, and a tortoise. We pack up in 2 cars. We fill them both up. Nah, hurricanes usually aren't too. I mean, you get a 5 coming right off the coast. It's because of where we are. We're in a very nice spot. Central Florida on the west side. We don't get hit directly with a lot of hurricanes. These are the frightening ones. But Category 2, Category 3 does a lot of damage. You lose power. That's the worst part is you lose power, and you lose power for a few days. And it's in the summer. And without AC, it's fucking miserable. The first storm season we had this house, I realized there were several hurricanes came through. It was in 2004. And I realized, we didn't realize when we bought the house, but the house had no screens. We realized that during one hurricane, and then 3 more hurricanes came. So after the first hurricane, I sat there for 2 days just building screens. And we had something like 27 windows in this house. So, yeah, that first hurricane was awful because we couldn't even open the windows because it was just mosquitoes. So, anyways. All right, I'm going to take off. Take a 20-30 minute break, then I'm going to come back. I'm going to do some video game stuff. So, if you want to come back for that, that's super awesome. If not, I totally get it. No one wants to watch me play video games. Some people do, some people don't. But thank you so much for hanging out for the 1-star reviews. I had a really, really good time. Susie, extra special thank you for finding some titles. I really appreciate that. If anybody wants to, if you run across a horrid 1-star review that you want me to read, send it to me on Facebook. Pop into my group. Pop into my fan group on Facebook. Become a member. Post them in there. I would love to read this stuff for you. My darlings. My wonderful, wonderful darlings. You guys have a wonderful night.
Bye-bye.